Alright, I am streaming Tempestuous Gentleman's, friggin' or Q the Tempestuous Gentleman. His OD game where he apparently gets spanked in lane by Lina. So, I've looked at one pro game before this. I believe it was, let me double check. It was, was it Geek Fam? No, which one was it? I can't remember. I literally had the fucking matchup and now I've lost it. I think it was Geek Fam versus Signal Ultra. And they had this matchup mid, the OD versus Lina. And from what I gathered from that was that as soon as Lina hits level 4 basically, that lane it becomes borderline oh, not impossible. Like it gets substantially harder from where's my OD? Where's my OD? From level 4 onwards. So what we're looking to see here is OD applying pressure in the early game, playing very aggressively for the first 3 waves, varying stats along with salves and probably one mango, maybe two, seeing how aggressive he can play, and like really playing up in this Lina's face and providing kill threat. Unfortunately, having the block not go his way is pretty rough when you're playing a hero that has lower attack range than Lina. I think the idea is pretty much the same. Like I think I don't know if you've done this yet, but I don't think you've checked Lina's items. The very first thing you should do as a mid laner is to check the opposition's items. You, my friend, have more regen than Lina. You have 3 tangos, Lina has 1 shared tango. So even in a situation like this where your block isn't particularly successful, you still have room with which you can zone out Lina, harass her with your Astral Imprisonment, and secure CS all at the same time. Like, as soon as Lina goes to CS, I want to see you run at Lina, because you know she's going to be static. You're going to gap close, you're going to press this button, and she's going to take, how much damage is that? She's just going to take 100 damage. Yeah, okay. We've already hit the 1 minute. Use the spell once. This is really bad. You should look to have used the spell 4, maybe 5 times by probably 4 times by like 2.5 minutes. Is what you should look to hit at the very least, because you're not forcing you're not forcing Lina to trade regen with you, and you've had multiple opportunities to when Lina's gone for CS to gap close and abuse your damage. I'm annoyed you've not prioritized getting a salve when and you really do need a salve at the early stage of this lane. Like you've missed a range creep here, which is unfortunate. Like you're not as weak as you think. Oh wait, what? What was in that courier? This is really bad. If you're using the courier, you should be looking to ferry yourself salves. Salves are how you win the mid lane. Salves are bottle. Burst regen is the name of the game in that lane. Now, why are salves so much more value? It means it gives you, like, if you're regenning from, say, 100 HP, you have 7 HP regen for 16 seconds. That's 16 seconds you're out of the lane. Right? That's 16 seconds Lina is doing whatever the fuck she wants. Which is why it's so incredibly important to have salves so you can get, like XP. Like, the mid lane is so fucking, volatile that you can't really afford to give up anything. And even little mistakes, like making a bad rotation, if you're a tempo-oriented mid, will lose you the lane, or allow someone to recover. So I think it's really bad by you opting for more tangos as opposed to a salve. Salves are broken in the mid lane, and you definitely need to abuse that. Whew. Again, like, I'm going to talk about something else here. Now the issue with... Oh, so you traded with her coming out of Astral there, and you've aggroed this creep. That was a... that was a very big mistake. You as an OD against Lina, you want your wave to be on the high ground. You want to be sitting on your staircase. Because there is no way that you can do anything to Lina if she's on the high ground above you. Since that hero outranges you, that hero out move speeds you, about level 4 basically. Actually, we'll see. Yeah, level 4 she should out move speed you. If we look at the CS battle, you not playing aggressively in the first oh god, in the first 2-3 waves is like oof, big fucking like this play right here is going to shove the wave. You should look to pressure Lina from the high ground, force her away from the creep wave, and then astral her. Because what you've done right now is you've ended up doing a fuck ton of AoE damage. You've done 175 AoE damage to this entire wave. This wave is going to push. This wave is going to end up static on Lina's high ground. And anytime the wave is static on Lina's high ground, you're losing this lane. And it's happened like 3 times already. And it's so hard for you to fight into Lina like that. And now you're also missing your window for power spike. And because you've fallen behind, Lina gets rune control. And now the lane is about to get extremely difficult for you. You are very, very behind in CS. You're 10 CS behind Lina. You're 600 gold behind Lina in a lane that you're supposed to be winning up until level 4. So that's really going to hurt your game.
No breaking through the dire structures for now.
You've been burned.
So yeah, now we're starting to leverage the fact we have a very strong spell. But again, not zoning Lina off the creep wave before you do that is really costing you. You're losing the CS battle uber hard. Remember, zone Lina off the creep wave, apply astral, reset, come back to the creep wave, and hopefully the creep wave should still be static where you left it on top of your stairs. Otherwise, you're making life difficult again. Let's see what you ferry out on this courier, though. If I don't see a salve on this courier, okay. If we have a salve, we should probably be thinking... we don't really need bangers at this point. We finally have a salve, though, but it's like... It's 2 minutes too late. Probably, maybe even 3 minutes too late, honestly. This is the type of lane where you really have to leverage the advantage you get. Try and secure again. Oh, we're losing so many range creeps. Range creeps are the most valuable creep in the mid lane. You cannot afford to be giving Lina free range creeps. You are gimping your farm and your start so hard by not putting more focus on securing range creeps. I believe in terms of like the numbers, a range creep is like 2 melee creeps worth of gold, dude. If what I'm thinking is correct. Oh, we're losing another range creep. Lina got 11 fucking gold. Lina's got plus 11 gold. Lina's getting like plus 20 gold a minute. because you're not focusing on the range creeps as an important objective to secure the mid lane. Okay, and we're gonna do the exact same play here. You're actually increasing Lina's GPM by 20 per yeah, plus 20 GPM to Lina. Might as well have a talent with if we're not focusing these range creeps. Quick efficiency tip there. You could have jungled there because you're not coming to this lane anymore at this stage. Okay, unless Lina shoved it. Lina shoved the wave. I lie. You can come to this wave, but typically you shouldn't be able to. If the lane is like anywhere static, it's too dangerous for you to approach. I try to remember what you want to look at. Let's take a quick look-see. Last couple games was a disaster. OD, usually one of my best, but I got dumpstered by Lina mid, and all my teammates got run over, so they couldn't assist. Feel in hindsight, I could have swapped with Sniper and he could zone out Lina, but I'm curious. Okay. So, you can zone out Lina. Pre-level 4, you can zone out Lina pretty well. But if you don't play the lane when you're strong, it gets really hard for you. If you're not applying pressure to Lina early game and really like forcing her to buy more regen so she can like play against you. Also, I'm trying to think of like the three most important things from that lane. Lane equilibrium should be secured on top of your high ground if you're playing a hero with lower range than the enemy hero. It's what melee heroes do against ranged heroes as well. Securing range creeps. Oh, whoops. You can't afford to give up. You can't afford to give up all these range creeps to Lina. It's like you don't even care about them. It's really really rough. You're accelerating Lina's game with every single range creep you give up. Like, this guy's really gonna start to pull ahead as well if you give her the ability to farm faster. Third thing to focus on is, wait, so what have I said? I've got so confused. Lane equilibrium, securing range creeps, and using Astral effectively. So don't just Astral in the middle of the wave, right? You gotta zone out Lina, away from the wave, and then you can Astral. Because then you maintain lane equilibrium. So it comes back to point number 1 or 2. Can't remember which one. But now your game gets really hard. Because naturally as an OD, here's what I understand you want to do in this lane. You want to kind of get enough levels you need to come to lane, shove the wave, go back to farming, rinse repeat. Kind of like an SF, but like a slower version of SF. Now, I don't know enough about OD, so we're going to hop into a pro game right now and take a look at what they do in this matchup in terms of the early and mid game. Oh no, it's Fnatic versus Boom ID that I was looking at. Okay.
Dire's ban.
Da-da-da-da.
Radiant's ban. Radiant's pick.
Alright, so in terms of starting items, oh yeah, probably should talk about starting items still. He did not buy Tangos. If you're playing Battle Cup with your team, I don't know who's playing your support, but you need to flame the shit out of them if they don't give you Tangos. Tangos is like the single most important item to have in the mid lane, so you can put more money into buying a Fairy Fire or an Iron Branch, and 2 circlets and a Mantle of Intelligence. Like, see, there's a lot of emphasis being placed by OD here so that he can play from the high ground. Because there is no feasible way to play up. A very good Lina will punish you. Like, look, 34 seconds in, already Astral Imprisonment has been used. Now he does not care about wave equilibrium here. There's two ways to go about it. Oh no, he does, he does. The lane is still pretty much static. So he is looking to use Astral but maintain lane equilibrium. So imagine as soon as Lina goes to this range creep, he's going to play aggressive. Yep. So as soon as Lina decides to play static in this lane, Mikoto is like on her ass. He is using that Astral. He is forcing out the Lina's regen. And again, look how much emphasis is placed on range creeps. Takes a couple hits, but secures the range creep. So important to play like a high level mid laner is to not give up any form of gold advantage possible. Again, look, a lot of emphasis, like no like crazy. This is pretty good. Actually, no, that was really bad. I don't know why he didn't just secure the range creep. That was really weird. Does not really. Against Lean as well, look how he postures. To dodge the light striker? No, Dragon Slave. That's it. As soon as she tries to go for the CS, another Astral. He is abusing the fact that Lina will go for CS to trade in a lane where he otherwise would not be able to. So he's used his Astral Spirit like 4 times by now? Some shit? Again, another Astral Spirit off the wave. And look, Mikoto has salves, right? And look what he's going to do with the salve. He's under pressure. He can reset with the salve and go right back to the lane. And he loses 2 melee creeps maybe. So important not to give up anything in the mid lane. That's how the best mid players function. They will take an advantage and they will drive it into the fucking ground. Look, as well, the way Mikoto postures. As soon as he knows there's 2 creeps that Lina wants to CS, he is moving past the creep wave to dissuade Lina from going for the CS. And he's prepping another salve. Just so he can really try and leverage into this lane before it gets too hard to play into. Tanking the creep to maintain the equilibrium. Or like try and... well, Lina did the same thing. So it's not really worked out for him in the end. The idea is there.
Denied.
So if we look at the status of this lane now, this OD is still losing the lane like you were in your last game, but he is at least in the game. He's not a couple levels behind the Lina, and he's able to pose a little bit of a threat if Lina does not respect it. All because of how he played in the first few waves, and really prioritizing harassing Lina effectively. Salving and swapping in null talismans. I don't know if you know about that mechanic, but when you get stat gain, it gives you HP based on a percentage of your strength. Percentage of your current percentage of health rather. So strength gain will increase your health to maintain the same percentage. So super good to swap out items. I don't know. Maybe you know these things, but Useful tips. Very useful tips. So 5 minutes in. Lane's about to get super hard. He's prepping already to fall back to the jungle. Pretty nice. Easy invis Nick. And this is just like a good this is just good Dota. This is just smart understanding of the mechanics of the game. Quite a nice kill to watch there. I mean, with that kill, OD is still behind, but now he's built up a an opportunity where he can recover. But imagine if you didn't have that start, maybe Lina doesn't die there. Who knows? Alright, so OD is now, I'm not sure if he's leaving the lane to his tiny, okay. So OD at 7 minutes has basically given up the mid lane to his position 4. I imagine he feels that he's not really going to apply any more pressure to Alina. That's about as good as that lane's gonna get, basically. So boys, treads. I'm not sure if he bought another salvage. I want to go back and check. So he buys treads and another salve. Typically, if you're buying salve, you are anticipating some kind of aggressive movement or some kind of aggressive posturing. So we'll see what he does with the salve. DJ, understanding that it's very difficult for OD to play from low ground, securing creep equilibrium. Imagine OD is going to move back into his jungle, secure some nice stacks. I mean, I don't play OD, so seeing how he farms is quite cool. Wait, so how does he go about doing this? So he walks in. He pulls the wave up. Does this why move speed slow? No. I don't know why I feel like it applies this slow. But all these little efficiencies, like this farming, like, efficiency, playing aggressively on the first wave, all this stuff will add up and like make your life a hell of a lot easier. You seem to really like enjoy playing and be good at playing OD in your normal games. So maybe it's just your laning stage that needs improving. Because honestly, if you had improved your laning stage, you would have been able to really mitigate that Lina power spike, because you kind of gave that lane to Lina for free. She had no right to bully you out of lane when you have more regen than she does, and you allowed her to do that because you did not respect regen. Preemptive regen, a term by Raw Dota. The idea of purchasing regen in advance because you anticipate that you will be played.
You know the drill.
You will be pressured, right? So Well, that's 10 minutes. I don't really know the laning stage. I don't really know anything else about this hero. I don't think I can suggest good item builds to you. Maybe there's some more macro, like, movement stuff. But, like, honestly, if you were in this... If you was improved on your start, like, OD farms like a beast from what I've seen. So, honestly, if you can get through the laning stage as OD ahead, and, like, really start respecting your opposition by, okay, maybe not respecting them too much, but, like, by if you respect your opposition and understand that they'll trade with you, and you buy the relevant regen, be it salves, mangoes, tangos, whatever the fuck, mostly salves and mangoes, then you will your games will get a hell of a lot easier, because you can go jungle faster. You probably won't die as much. You will hit your item timings faster. The enemy mid lane won't be so far ahead. Because remember, in your last game, 20 GP plus 20 GPM to that Lina, right? Because you didn't go for range creeps. So focus range creeps. Focus on your equilibrium. Use your astral in a way that doesn't completely gimp your lane. Or if you do, use astral in such a way that you don't trade too much damage going for the play. And constantly try to see. So yeah. And then ultimately, OD's game becomes pretty simple after that. You're not really looking to rotate to do anything. You're just making some stacks. Gonna farm those stacks by aggroing creeps, astraling, and then fucking, what is it? Equilibrium into Arcane Orb. And the game just gets so much easier. Ooh. I don't think I have anything else to say about this game. Hmm. No, that's about it. I don't really know anything. I don't know enough about the mid lane to really say if there's anything else you should be doing. But like looking at this is what's Makoto? This guy's rank 6. All right. So if you knew what a rank 6 guy is doing with regards to how you approach the wave, I'm sure you'll be fine. All right. Cool.